What's up? What's up, guys? I already see there's a lot of people watching. So hello to everybody already watching. Give it a couple minutes for everybody to log on. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me good. Give it a couple seconds so I can see if everybody can hear me and see me and everything's working all right. Today we're going to get into lead conversion. This is a really fun subject for me. Let's see. Okay. It looks like everybody can hear me. All right. We'll give a couple minutes for everybody to come on. But what is up, guys? I tell you what, the market's been exciting. I love this new market that we're in. I feel like it's a healthy market. I feel like it's exciting. Nobody can really argue with you. The buyers can't really argue with you, that the price should be low. The sellers can't really argue that it should be higher. It's kind of right there in the middle, at least for me. Tell me what you guys think, but I love this new market that we're in, and it's kind of a situation where you got to work for it. Nothing is really coming to me really easy. I'm working for every little deal. Last year, everything fell in my lap. This year, I'm right where I was last year, but it's not falling in my lap. I'm working much harder to get the same results as last year, which is fine. I didn't get into this to not work. I got in this to grind it out, help people, and see what in the world I can do for you. So yeah, give it a couple more minutes. Let everybody come on here that's going to come on here. I'm going to get into my spiel. Also, this lead conversion training that we're doing right now is something that you guys voted on. In the Zero to Diamond Facebook group, I made a poll, and overwhelmingly, you guys picked and voted on lead conversion. So, that tells me that you guys really want to know more about lead conversion. There's questions in your mind about lead conversion. So please ask questions right here. You'll get real answers from me right now about whatever your questions are, whatever your problems are with lead conversion. Lead conversion is a lot of mindset. There's a lot of psychological stuff that's going on with lead conversion that's holding you back, that's preventing you from converting, so on and so forth. So we're going to get into all that. But like I said, obviously you guys want this, so there must be tons of questions. So I want to hear all the questions you guys got. Also, the Zero to Diamond coaching program, if this is the first time you guys are seeing me or whatever, zerotodiamond.com, free real estate coaching program. You can ask any of the 5,000 members that are in it now how incredible it is. It's the real deal. I'm not just saying that. Agents are finding so much success with it, and it's absolutely free. So go to zerotodiamond.com and sign up for that. What can I say? I've been building that course and this program for almost 2 years now. January will be 2 years, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. And I'm just going to continue making it better and better and better. And with the help of you guys, let me know what you need what kind of help do you need? What do you need help with? What are your questions? What are your problems? What are you going through as a new agent in this market? See, when I was a new agent, that was 2002. Totally different market, right? I'm an experienced agent in today's market. You guys are new agents in today's market. So even though I'm still an agent producing and selling, unlike many other coaches, I'm still not brand new, and I still am not facing the same exact challenges as you guys. So I want to hear from you. I want to know what's how we can make things better, what you're having problems with, and what I can do to help you. Okay, so let's see. Let me go through and make sure there's no questions right off the bat. Then I'm going to get into a little bit of I'm going to touch on a little bit of psychological lead conversion here. We'll see what we got. Let's see. How do you get from someone to open up? Okay, how do you get someone to open up that is a one-word answer type? I guess somebody who has the personality that they only answer every question with one word. And I think that the way to make somebody open up like that is like give them time, right? Kind of be patient with them. Don't pressure them. Obviously, they're sensitive. Obviously, they're closed off for a reason. Something's happened in their life or whatever, or it's just their personality. And you just need to be there, right? And continue providing value, showing them that you care, and then just be patient. Not a lot of this stuff, guys, with conversion doesn't happen overnight. It just doesn't, especially with real estate. It's such a big transaction. For a lot of people, this is the biggest transaction in their life. It's definitely the biggest transaction going on in their current life. And so a lot of times it just doesn't happen fast. And getting people to open up to you sometimes it's quick and sometimes takes a second, right? So I think just be patient and show them that you care. Let's see. Brandon Hansen says, you're right on. The Zero to Diamond program is awesome. It totally changed my mindset and approach to my business. And that's what is taught in the program. I'm getting DMs and messages from all kinds of people, hundreds of messages a day from people that are getting listings and sales and doing this and that or whatever from the tools in the Zero to Diamond program. When calling geo leads and Redx, I'm getting a lot of commercial businesses on the phone, not homeowners. How do you approach calls like that? UPS store, gas station, employees picking up. I say, look, is so-and-so there, or is the owner of this property there, or I'd like to speak with the owner of this property or whatever, and just go with the flow. If you don't get anywhere, don't worry about it. Just keep moving, right? Just keep moving. If you get into a situation, guys, too, where you're calling a subdivision or an area where you're just getting a lot of like just weird stuff happening, like commercials and like talking to a lot of like the kids and just all the weird stuff, switch it up, go to a different area, because a lot of times it's just that batch of data from that particular area just may or may not be that good. Also, who are you using for data too? Let's see. She says GeoLeads and Redx. That's fine. A lot of times when it calls the business, that's actually the business owner or whoever owns the property. Normally that's their job. And so it's getting you in the right spot. You just got to know how to just go with the flow. I'm a new agent, just held an open house Sunday for another agent, had 2 people sign my sheet. I have not reached out to them because I'm not sure what to say. They provided email and phone number. Okay, guys, I'm going to get into all this. When am I coming to St. Pete? I'll be in St. Pete October 27th. It's a Saturday, and I'll announce where I'm going to be. It'll just be a meetup. You guys can show up. It'll be somewhere on the beach or a restaurant or something. You guys can just show up, and we'll hang out for a bit. What's your system for internet leads? What's your nurture and follow-up campaign? Okay, I'm going to get into all that. Let's see. What do you do? Let's see. To piggyback on that, do you then approach the person you do have on the phone? Not sure exactly what you mean there. When a homeowner says no, thanks, and you're like, I just want to see what I can do for you, and they're like, well, what do you mean? What do you say? I say, like, in terms of buying or selling property, is there anything I can do for you today? Let's see, Daniel from California. Can you use Boomtown as a weekly email touch? Not sure. Don't know all the functionality of Boomtown or what all they do. Got a handful of people on the phone who had a good conversation with and told me that they would think about selling in the near future, 4 months or less. Awesome. We're going to get into that. What does your follow-up calls to these people sound like and how often? Okay, we're going to get into that. You have said that using Redx and you called the do not call numbers. What do you say when they're insistent that they are on the do not call list? I've never had anybody say they're on the do not call list. Never heard that. Never heard it. When you call someone and it's a business, whoever answers the phone, it's not the actual person you're trying to reach, do you then approach them with your script? Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, yeah. See if there's anything you can do for them concerning buying or selling real estate. Okay, okay, okay. Cool. I'm gonna get into lead conversion here. I'll get back to. I've answered all the questions up to this point really quickly, except for the ones I said I was going to touch on. So real quick, guys, just let's talk about the psychological, side of lead conversion, and then we'll get into the actual tactics of lead conversion. Okay. So in my book, List to Last, okay, there was a chapter in here called "Lead Conversion is a Myth." All right. And I'll just give you the short version of it and just the idea and the context behind it. And the reason that it's a myth is because so many people put so much into lead conversion, right? They put everything into lead conversion. They get a couple leads and then they try to convert those leads and they quit generating more leads, okay? This is not a lead generation training. This is lead conversion. I'm going to get into it. But at the same time, I want you to understand year and how you succeed really big in this business is not by necessarily figuring out how to convert every single lead. Leads might convert, might not convert. It's up to the lead. It's their decision if they're going to buy or sell, not yours. You're not going to say anything that's going to magically make somebody buy or sell something. That's not your job. Your job is to make them feel comfortable with you, begin that relationship, and then stay relevant with them until they decide to make that move. That's your entire goal. That everything revolves around that. So I'm going to do a video on exactly what a successful real estate business looks like. I'm going to do a diagram and I'm going to explain this idea of all these leads out there and how they funnel into your sphere. Okay. And the way that they get into your sphere is by you contacting and then connecting with them. And now they're in your sphere. And then once you're in your sphere, you stay relevant with them until they decide they want to buy or sell something. So let's just take this, for example. Okay. In the book, I had an example. Conversion rate is low. Okay. Conversion rate's always really low. It doesn't matter if you improve it just a little bit, it's still going to be really low. Okay. So my thoughts are this: if you have a conversion rate of 2 or 3%, okay, and you have leads coming in, and then you really pound those leads, you spend a lot of time pounding those leads, and you get your conversion rate up to say 5 or 6%, okay. Let's say you have 100, or let's say you have 20 or 30 leads, and you really pound those leads. Okay, and you get that up to a 5 or 6% conversion rate. Okay, now we're talking about, what are we talking about? 2 or 3 or 4 deals out of that. We're talking about 2 or 3 deals. Okay, instead of pounding those people to try to convert them, and you spent that time creating new leads and going after new business. Okay, and you found another 60 or 70 leads during the same time that you would have been trying to just convert, right? And you keep your conversion rate at 2 or 3% at 100 deals, right? You're still at that 2 or 3 deals, right? You're still at the same amount of deals, but you have so many more people in your sphere for the future. Right? And over time, you don't understand how invaluable each and every person is. Your job is to accumulate these people, and just build that relationship, right? And show them how much you care. And then when it turns around 5 years from now, the guy that's going to sit there and try to convert every lead, I just want to get through this. I'm going to get to how I actually convert leads, but I just want to drill this in your head. That the agent that's going to sit there and try to convert every lead and doesn't really put much into generating more leads, the guy that generates more leads that doesn't necessarily care about lead conversion, but has a system in place to convert, like me. I have a system in place. I have a process that I go through to convert, and I'm pretty good at converting. I'll say that, but I'm not going to hound the people. I'm going to spend that time hounding, creating more business. And also, here's what happens. Most people appreciate the agent that doesn't hound them and hound them and hound them. And that's the agent that they want to work with, the low pressure agent. It all comes back to my philosophy of being low pressure and not trying to just jam anything. Let them make the decision. The reason why I sell so much is because I have so many people. I'm letting them make all the decisions, right? But I just want to get to know and just become friends and create relationships with so many people. So many people know me as the agent that they want to deal with. And then over time, it snowballs, right? And so I want you to get this. I really want you to get this, this idea of accumulating clients, not hammering so hard on conversion, okay? So I wanted to get that out because so many of us are so concerned with conversion. Let them make the decision, right? Just be there. I love the question in my script. Is there an agent that you would deal with? Is there an agent you're working with on that? I love that question because it establishes everything, okay? It establishes where we stand with this deal moving forward, whether it's a deal right now, whether it's a deal in 5, 10 years, whatever. If they have somebody they want to refer, it establishes where you stand with that client. Okay, very important question. Okay, it's a very important question in the lead conversion process. If you look at my phone scripts and you watch me make calls, you'll see that I'm starting the lead conversion process the very first word that we speak to each other. I'm making them feel comfortable. I'm finding out if they want to do a deal. I'm finding out if they have an agent they would deal with. I'm going to capture that email, see if it's okay if I stay in touch, the whole 9 yards. It's a complete lead conversion process. That's the beginning of the entire lead conversion process. Now, let's say I'm going and my job is just to create relationships, get them in my sphere, and then hit them with my system to stay relevant, the weekly email. The weekly email is everything. That's the foundation of my business. There's nothing else going on. There's nothing else. That's it. Okay. Foundationally. Now, what I want to build on top of that, I can build Facebook ads, Instagram, postcards, handwritten notes, phone call here and there, all that stuff. But the email is the foundation. Without that, you don't have anything. I mean, the way that my business is ran, and let me tell you this, what I'm teaching you guys is how I do my business. I'm not saying I'm the god of real estate or this is how you should do it or that coach is wrong or any of that stuff. I just want to share what I'm doing with you, and then you can do whatever you want with it, right? Take bits and pieces, do it exactly the way I do it. I've said all this before. I just want you guys to know how I build my business. I want y'all to be on the inside of my business to where, you can say, oh, okay, cool. That's how Ricky does it. I can do it. I can do it like this. I can tweak this. I can do it like that, whatever. So when I run into somebody who wants to buy or sell, because my job is just trying to create these relationships. The byproduct of that is that I run into people that want to buy or sell, or I run into somebody who knows somebody that wants to buy or sell. Okay. And the fact that I make them feel so comfortable, I'm like a magnet to the people that want to buy or sell. Once they meet me and talk to me and see that I'm just there to help them, I love showing property to people that aren't ready to buy or sellers that aren't ready to sell. I like spending time with those people, right? I think it's big because when you do something like that, you spend time with somebody who's not ready to do a deal, buy or sell. That goes so deep with that relationship. They're like, man, I was not going to do anything, and he knew that, but here he was, spent all this time with me, giving me comps, taking me to lunch, doing all this stuff, showing me property, whatever it is. I think that's huge, right? And it's a big lead conversion tool because now that person is in your sphere, getting your weekly email, referring everybody they know to you, and coming back and using you time and time again throughout their life. It's crazy how this works. So I run into somebody who wants to buy or sell as a byproduct of me just trying to build my database. Okay. They're going to go on a list. Okay. Now, this is something that's really tricky about lead conversion, and that is that not every deal is the same, right? Not every deal is the same. Not every prospect is the same. Not every situation is the same. So what everybody's looking for is that magic equation. This is what you do every time. This is how you do it, what you say, da, 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 da. It's just not like that, okay? Every situation is different, okay? So what you have to do, okay, I'll show you my little thing here. See, I don't use technology for this, okay? I have constant contacts that I send my weekly email with, okay? And then I have a schedule book every week. Every page is a week, okay? I'm actually gonna make some of these with the Zero to Diamond logo on them. I'll have them here in about a month or two for you guys for 2019. It's gonna be exactly like this, okay? Every page is a week. So I can schedule everything right here. Okay, I've got my appointments. If I need to follow up with somebody in 3 months, I'm gonna flip my page 3 months and boom, put it in here. Then I have this, a legal pad. This is my day-to-day stuff, okay? This goes in my schedule book right here, close it up, I'm done for the day. I come back, boom, there's my stuff. This is leftover stuff from today. Tomorrow, I'll rip this sheet up and I'll take notes looking at this. This was all the stuff I was chasing today. These are all the leads I'm following up on. These are all the leads I'm trying to convert right now, okay? These are videos I'm going to make. These are deals I'm negotiating. These are things I needed to remember for certain deals, okay? And so what I do is as soon as somebody wants to buy or sell, and I feel like they want to buy or sell something really, soon, they're going to go on this, okay? Now they're here. Now every day I'm tracking them, okay? What do I need to do for this person? What do I need to do for that person? What do I need to do for this person? It may be a phone call. It may be an email. It may be a text. I may not do anything for that person, right? They might have said, look, we're gonna be here next Friday to see some properties. Call me Monday. And so I got them right here. Call Monday. I'm gonna go on my schedule book. I'm gonna say call Monday. And so what I do is I accumulate people that want to buy or sell soon, okay? And then I keep track of them right here on this piece of paper, and then I just follow through, okay? And now my job turns into a situation where I'm just trying to maintain the people that are on this list to make sure they're taken care of in whatever fashion they wanted to be taken care of, okay? Regardless if they end up buying or selling, I'm not trying to pressure them. I'm just trying to keep them in the game. I'm trying to give them what they need. If they want more properties, send them more properties. If they want comps. If they're thinking about selling, I think they might be ready to pull the trigger, I'll call them and say, look, guys, are you ready? I might, if I feel like now, and here's where I teach, right? 95% low pressure, right? 5% high pressure. So that 5% high pressure, okay, when you're lead converting, when you're on the fence, when you got somebody on the fence, okay, you don't want to pressure them, you don't want to push them off too hard, but you want to get in there and you want to, if you guys have a very good relationship, you're feeling it, everything's going good with the buyer, you can say, listen, I feel like we just need to go ahead and make an offer. And just throw it out there and see what they say. Okay? If it's a seller, you're going to say, listen, guys, I think that we need to just put it on the market. Let's just throw it on the market, see what happens. Those are my two lines, one for a buyer, one for a seller, that I can throw out there just to see how they react, right? So no like earth-shattering, crazy systems in place, no one-size-fits-all lead conversion system. I know there's a lot of systems out there that try to tell you, call them every day for 2 weeks. And then, all that stuff, okay? It's bogus. There's no one-size-fits-all. Every person is different. All their needs are different, right? Now, let's talk about internet leads that don't call you back and stuff like that. Okay, what do you do with those kind of leads? What do you do with those people? Well, just as a disclaimer, okay, I don't get internet leads whatsoever. When Zillow first came out, I did it for 3 months and I canceled. It was a 3-month contract to see how it went. It didn't go good. I saw really quickly what that was about and I got away from it. I think that it's fine. Like, a lead is a lead. It's a human being. Like, it's a human that wants to do something and you're here to help them. Boom, the end of story, right? But me as a single agent, I have to be most efficient. I have to be very, very, very efficient. And so to do that, I have to go after the highest quality leads. See, when I realized that the highest quality leads were right there in front of me and in an unlimited amounts, I could never get to them all, I didn't want to do anything else. I just wanted to just deal with the most qualified leads, the highest quality. Highest quality leads to me are the leads that make you the most amount of money in the least amount of time. Property owners buy and sell. Too many of you are looking at property owners as just listings. They're your best buyers. It's just so efficient to work with property owners. They buy and they sell. Their friends are buying and selling. Just the ROI of that over internet leads is just mind-boggling. Okay, so why would you deal with anyone else? I'll tell you why. You guys are scared to get on the phone and actually create these relationships and build this business. You want it all just to come to you, and the internet leads are easy because you pay the money and they just come to you. But there's a reason for that, right? There's a reason that it's easy. Anything that's easy is not worth it. Just the bottom line. If you're not willing to put the work in to make it happen, then what are we doing? Okay. I want to teach you. I want to show you everything that I do. Is it easy? No. But will it get you to 100 deals a year? Yes. I don't know any other way to get there other than making contacts, creating relationships, building a database, staying relevant, and continuing to grind it out. I told an agent in my office the other day that if you're not making $1 million, you need to be working your ass off to get there. And if you are making $1 million, you better be working your ass off to keep it. I mean, I'm busting my ass this year to hit $1 million again like I did last year. And I'm going to hit it. But it's not easy. Just because you hit it once doesn't mean you're guaranteed to hit it again. Okay? I don't take it for granted at all. I don't take any of this for granted. I don't take you guys for granted. It's amazing that there's this many people watching a live stream on my YouTube channel right now. I mean, this time last year, I had like 50 subscribers. So I don't take any of this for granted at all. I'm going to keep on pushing because it's helping people. I'm helping people in real estate, buy and sell. I'm helping you guys learn how to buy and sell. And all I'm doing is sharing what I do. All right, so I'm going to get into some questions here. We're 30 minutes in. I want to get through some questions, and then we'll just kind of see where the training goes from there. Let's see. Let me see if I can find where I stopped. Let's see. Okay, internet leads. Let's see. Do I call people on the do not call list? I do call people on the do not call list. I'm not telling you guys to, but I'm just saying I've made millions of dollars calling people on the do not call list, and I've never had a problem. Hey, Ricky, what's your system for internet leads? What's your nurture and follow-up campaign to segment your list and build a relationship so you can convert? I would put them all on the weekly email campaign immediately. Everybody goes on the weekly email campaign, period. That's your foundation. Okay. And from there, I would call on the phone, right? I would call them a couple times, see if I can get in contact with them. If I couldn't get in contact with them a couple times, I'm probably going to move on and just let them keep getting that email. And if they come back to me, great. If I do get them on the phone, I'm going to see what I can do to help them. And then I'm going to take it from there. Okay. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do with them. If they're interested in doing something now, they're going to go on my paper, and I'm going to start following up with them accordingly to whatever their situation is. If I never get in touch with them, they're going to get my weekly email till they unsubscribe or whatever. When a homeowner says, no, no, thanks, and you're like, I just want to see what I can do. Let's see, I answered that one. Let's see. I got a handful of people on the phone who had a good conversation with, and they told me that they would think about selling in the near future, 4 months or less. Put them on your little paper here, right? Maybe call them in maybe a month or even 2 weeks, right? And then you're going to flip in your schedule book. You know, you're gonna flip in your little schedule book here. You're gonna flip maybe a month and put their name down and kind of write exactly what property that they're thinking about selling. Okay, and you're gonna check back in with them within 14 to 30 days. And let them know, say, okay, cool, I'm gonna call you next month and check in. Is there anything else I can do for you right now? Okay, that's one way to approach it. Here's another way to approach it. Go deeper with, of course, why they're wanting to sell. You know, what's causing them to sell? Why are they selling? What's the reason behind why they're selling? Okay, very, very important. Then we're going to focus everything around that. Through finding out why they're going to sell, there might be a backdoor possibility to going ahead and listing it. Okay, there might be a backdoor possibility of listing it sooner than 4 months. Okay, so always keep that in mind, because there's a lot of prospects that say, I'm going to sell in 4 months. The agent's like, okay, they follow up accordingly, but then boom, it gets listed within 2 months with another agent. So be real careful with that. Find out why, go deep with it. Make sure they don't have another agent that they're going to deal with, you know, and all that good stuff. And then just follow up. What does my follow-up calls to these people sound like, and how often? It's just going to say, hey, this is Ricky. How you doing? Cool. Yeah, we spoke whenever. Just calling to check in to see if there's anything I can do for you, or just following up on, just want to make sure you got that email. Whenever you send an email, it's a really good idea to reach out. It gives you an opportunity to reach out. Anytime that you can create an opportunity or a reason to call somebody to reach out is a good thing. If you send them an email, call them the next day and say, hey, just make sure you got that email. And it shows them that you care, that you're thinking about them, that you're being professional, that you want to make sure they got that information they were asking for. Okay? Let's see. You said you're using Redx and you call the do not call. Oh, yeah. I answered this earlier. What do I say when they say they're on the do not call list? I've never heard that. Never heard that. Okay, here I'm getting to the questions that when you get a new email to add to your database, do you just throw them in your subscriber list, and do you send them an intro? Okay, or do you send them an intro email? Very good question. Yeah, I like to send an intro email and say, hey, thanks for your time on the phone. You know, thanks for whatever. Great to meet you. Good to talk to you, whatever. You know, here's the information we're talking about. Let me know if there's something I could do for you. You know, have a good day. And then they start getting your email. They start getting that weekly email. But then there's plenty of people, believe me, that I don't get an intro email to, that just start getting the weekly email as well. So it works both ways. It's a little better if they get the intro, but I don't really have any statistics to go by that says every time I do the intro, it works better. That person always does business with me, or more of a percentage of those people do business with me, or if they don't get the intro, because a lot of times it's a long time before they do business. And then how do I remember that I sent them an intro email? But it is personal. It's a personable thing. Like one-on-one emails are almost like the new handwritten note. It really is. I mean, if you take time to type out a specific email for one person, that means something in today's world, right? That's almost as good as a handwritten note, I'm telling you. Be careful about your subjects too. Make sure your subjects don't look like spam subjects. Do I have any suggestions for old/cold leads on Lead Street? Put them all in your weekly email database. Okay. By the way, guys, Constant Contact link is below. You can start a free trial with them to start sending your weekly email. There's a video tutorial on ZeroToDiamond.com for that. Also, if you want a website just like mine, is what I link my email to. There's also a link below for that. Zero down is $69 a month for a website exactly like mine for real estate. So if you have cold leads or old leads, put them in there. Also, call them. Put them on a triple dialer in Redx and just call them away. And say, hey, how are you doing? Hadn't talked to you in a while. Wanted to catch up, see if there's anything I could do for you. How's it going? This stuff is not rocket science, guys. I had an agent from Panama City Beach come over here. His name's Chad Miller. He came over here 2 days ago and hung out in the office with me. Said he's scared to get on the phone and all this stuff. By the end of the day, before he left, I made him make 5 calls out of his phone. He's a pretty old he's not an old guy. He's a younger guy, but he's been in real estate for a while. Had a lot of past clients he hadn't talked to. I said, you pick out 5 people on your phone and you call them and say, how are you doing? How's it going? Hadn't talked to you in a while. Just want to check on you. And he did it, and he set up like 2 lunch appointments with people and learned a bunch of stuff about all these projects going. I mean, it's not rocket science, guys. You sit around and you call people and see what you can do to help them. Get this weekly email out and just talk to people all day long. If that phone's up against your ear and you're talking to people about real estate and you have the right intentions, intent means everything. You want to help people. If all you're trying to do is deals, it's not going to work. If all you're trying to do is say, do you want to buy? Do you want to sell? Do you know anybody that wants to buy or sell? It's not going to work. If you're only calling expireds, it's not going to work. Or only for sale by owners, it's not going to work. You got to call you got to do expireds, for sale by owners, circle prospecting, sphere of influence, past clients. You got to do all. Stay busy talking to people, seeing what you can do to help them, making sure they know that you're here. If they do want to do something, if the phone is up to your ear, you're making money. If you don't make a paycheck that day, it doesn't matter. You're still making money, I promise you. Let's see. What's the answer rate on geo leads in my market? No idea. I mean, I don't know. I just turn it on and start talking to people. I don't look at numbers a lot. I don't have like statistics and stuff. I'm not real analytical. I like to look here and there and see what this and that, but I'm not like an encyclopedia of all the stats of my business. I'm just not. I'm very unorganized, and I like it like that because it gives me time to breathe. Like, I'm not like so worried about what the numbers are. Now I'm worried about where my next deal is coming from. 80 something closed this year, 14 or 15 under contract right now, 50 active listings. And I am trying to figure out where my next listing or deal is coming from. All the other stuff I don't care about. I'm going to do another video about how I handle so many pending deals at once as a single agent, while I can still go get more business and run a coaching business, run a free coaching business that's growing like crazy. I mean, how do I do all this stuff as one person? I mean, I have a great assistant. I have a videographer, but I'm still one guy that's doing all this stuff. How do I do it? Because I don't worry about all that stuff. And I'm not worried about the analytics, and I'm not worried about the details. I'm not worried about staying so organized. I just want to help more people. That's the name of the game. Do I call numbers that are on the do not call list from Redx? Really? Of course I do. Do I use Redx or Cole for circle prospecting? Really? Redx. Guys, I'm not going to say it, but Redx, okay? The data is far superior. I feel like I get a lot of bad numbers when I use Redx for neighborhood data. Chad, I'm wondering exactly how are you using the filters? Who are you filtering out? Do you call the do not calls? Brian Martin says, listen to List to Last on Audible. Guys, List to Last, How to Survive Every Real Estate Market Crash. It's just a short book that I wrote. I'm not really a writer. I just wanted to get my thoughts out about what I learned through the crash and losing everything and sleeping in my car for a couple nights and going bankrupt. And how I came back and how I'm dominating now. Let's see. Chad, absolutely, man. Yeah, I see Sherry Davis's comment. Focus on the people that you talk to. Don't worry about the bad ones. Let's see. Looking for questions. With a million things to do, would you recommend just designating time every day for calls before the day just gets ahead of you? Absolutely. Make your calls in the beginning. I come to the office and take 15 minutes to go through my business. That's what I did in that video, Day in the Life of a Real Estate Agent. And then from there, I make my calls. I'm making calls till lunch, unless I have like showings or appointments or something. But I'm making calls from that moment till lunch. Then after lunch, now I'm just handling whatever's coming my way. Okay, Gina, I answered the question for you. Focus on relationships and conversations, not transactions and setting appointments. Exactly. It's not about appointments. It's not about deals. It's about relationships, period. And what you can do to help them and why they want to do what they want to do, and really finding out what's going on in their life that you can help them with. Rob Har, a good emailing system is Constant Contacts. There's a link in the description below that'll get you the free trial for that. That's what I use. I've been using it since 2010. There are other ones out there. It doesn't matter which one you use, but get one. Let's see, where do I get my numbers from? Redx, Redx Geo leads, or Onyx expired leads on Redx, or for sale by owners on Redx, all that stuff. Go to my channel. There's a video I did, or better yet, go to ZeroToDiamond.com, become a member. It's free, and there's a lesson about how I find the phone numbers. Let's see. A lot of comments. How to stop a bully when they attack you. I love this question. As soon as they start attacking you, a bully on the phone starts attacking you, you attack back, right? Because your intent is you're here to help them. And if they start bullying you, okay, I get upset. I'm going to get real upset with somebody. If they start coming sideways at me, then I'm going to give it right back to them, because I just don't play that. I'm here to help somebody. If they don't want my help, that's fine, but don't get crazy with me. You know what I mean? You tell them, look, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I was just calling because a house right down the road from you sold. I was just calling to see if there's anything in the world I could do for you. I mean, that's just the bottom line. All right. Let's see, my morning routine, 4 a.m., running by 5, run 3 or 4 miles, big breakfast, then hit the gym, a power lift at the office before 8. Pat Howard, what's up, man? Let's see. David, what's up, man? What does my open house follow-up look like? Same thing as the internet leads. I'll call them. If they don't answer, if they never call, I'll try them a couple times. If they don't, I move on. If I have their email, I'll put them in my weekly email and move on. Forget about them until they call you. John Gee, what's up, my guy? Even my mother is on my weekly email. I love that. I love that. Carol Lopez, what's up? Hawaii, aloha. Chad says, Ricky, if you're not buying any leads, are you just dialing expireds and for sale by owners along with Spear? Chad, I am circle prospecting. I don't do expireds and for sale by owners. Yes, I have. Yes, I have training on it. Yes, all that. but to me, the most effective is circle prospecting. Go to ZeroToDiamond.com, sign up for the free course, and watch the lesson on circle prospecting. And get after it. Put the work in. Make it happen. Where do I get my content for the emails I send out? Tom, go to ZeroToDiamond.com. Go to the lesson on weekly emails. There's 2 videos of tutorials for you on that. I use MLS, and I use my website. I link back to my website. And then I just come up with what I want to relay to my clients that week. How would I handle an expired that lets you view the home but does not want to meet? He wants my price / thoughts. I prefer to walk through with them. Cynthia, question. Why do you want to walk through the property with the seller so bad? I hope Cynthia is still watching, because I really want to know why she wants to walk through the property with the seller so bad. But to answer the question, I would just go look at the property and give them my thoughts on price. I'm going to give them what they want. I want to help them do what they want to do. I'm also going to ask the question, hey, if you relist this, is there an agent that you would work with? Or is there anybody that you're thinking of working with? And try to establish where I stand in that mix. Yeah. Do you do an email service, or do you write your own emails to send out? I create all my own emails. Anybody who's doing a drip campaign for emails, you're going to be one of the agents that gets left behind in this tech world, where they're going to replace agents. Well, they're not going to replace me. They're going to replace you guys who are doing drip campaigns about like how to cook a pot roast or what color to paint your walls in the wintertime. Nobody cares about that stuff. So how long do you keep people on the Notepad for the follow-up? Until they buy, or until they tell me they're not ready yet, or it's every situation is different, Omar. Every situation is different. It just depends on what's going on with them. I'm going to keep them on there until I've helped them all I can help them, and I can't help them anymore. Tom is in New Orleans and trying to get started in prospecting. Nice, Tom. Go get it, man. Do any of your clients feel a weekly email is too much, or unsubscribe because they feel it's too many emails? Victor, listen to me right now. If you're not doing it every week, then you're irrelevant. Every other week is not frequent enough. Every month is not frequent enough. Every week is just right. They're getting hundreds and probably thousands of emails every day. Do you think your 1 email per week is going to make them go crazy? And if they do unsubscribe, see you later. I mean, now if you have bad content and they're unsubscribing because your content's not good, that's a whole nother issue. Trying to make my process more efficient. What is your process once you get your listing? Entry form, pictures, signs, lockbox. I just get the listing signed, then I order professional pictures, and then I figure out how we're going to show the property. Is it in a rental program? Is it occupied? Is it vacant? Okay, and then I figure out how we're going to show it. Then if we need a sign or a lockbox or how we get in, and then put it in MLS. Cynthia says he has a key outside, so we have not met. So my question is, do you go into pricing on the phone? Yeah. If you can see the property, if you can walk through the property and you know you have your opinion on what the price is, absolutely talk about it over the phone. Why wouldn't you talk about it over the phone? If that's how he wants to do it. It's all about the client, not you. It's not about how you want to do it. It's about how they want to do it, and you making them feel comfortable with you. If you do all the work and you risk all that time and then they don't use you, well, that's a risk you have to take. That's just a risk you have to take. That is the business. Our business is to help people and not worry about transactions, right? It's called karma. How many believe in karma, right? How many believe in the energy you put in the universe, you get out? The value you put out there, you get back. Trust me, it's real. If people don't use you, here, not everybody's going to use you, and some people are going to use and abuse you. That's part of the business. You have to say to yourself, okay, that's going to happen sometimes, and get over it. But you can't stereotype everybody and go into every single relationship thinking that that's what's going to happen. Let's see. How often you follow up with email contacts that unsubscribe? Never. If somebody unsubscribed, they unsubscribe for a reason. I don't follow up with them. Nikki, answer that one for me. What do I put in my weekly email? Itasha, go to 02diamond.com. There's a free course. In the course, there's a lesson called Ricky's Weekly Email. There's 2 video tutorials full of that information. Tisa says, I honestly feel like most people feel like or forget that they're on the do not call list. Okay, yeah, my weekly email, I do post my weekly email to the Facebook group every week. Example of intro subject. Not sure what you're looking for there. Ben says, I imported all my contact email addresses from LinkedIn. Would you recommend emailing them and asking if they'd like to start getting my weekly email, or just plug them in as subscribers? Let's see, would I recommend? The only problem there, Ben, is that Constant Contact might red flag you. If you upload all these contacts in there that didn't subscribe, and then you send an email and a lot of them start unsubscribing or start, saying reporting you and stuff, that's not good. That's not a good look. So I might actually email them all and ask them. I think that's the best policy there. Let's see, David Ortiz, 321 Club. Guys, 321 Club is alive and well. 321 Club means have no fear. If there's something you're scared of, just say to yourself 321 and just do it, because you know it's what's going to make you successful. But 321 Club is just to bring awareness that we have to conquer all our fears if we want to get where we want to be in this life. So I created that on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Ricky Carruth. Turn post notifications on and comment hashtag 321 under all my posts. I'm picking 2 or 3 winners a week, and we're having calls. I call you and we talk about your specific problems, your specific situations, and whatever I need to do. Guys, speaking of that, I want to call somebody right now that's watching this. So you guys plug your phone numbers in. If you want me to call you, I'm going to pick one person here in just about maybe 5. I'm going to go through all the rest of these questions. Plug your phone number in. I'm going to pick one person to call. Just have a quick 5-minute little coaching session. See how that goes. Ricky, for someone who hasn't done much calling, what do you think of circle prospecting neighborhoods to invite to an open house? Good place to start? I think it's a great place to start. Do you approach people in person regarding real estate? What's the conversation starter when you're just out and about? I never do this. Never, ever do this. But some people really crush it doing that, okay? But I don't. I'm very low key when I'm out in public and stuff. Nobody knows it's me, and nobody knows it's Ricky out there at the grocery store and stuff like that, unless they recognize me or whatever. So I'm not the best one for that. But if I were going to do it, I say, hey, how you doing? Da, da, da. Hey, look, I'm in real estate. Da, da, da. I just feel weird doing that. So I don't do it. Karen, I do have an assistant, very good assistant. Your system sounds very intuitive and straightforward with the emphasis on servicing the individual's need. Cool. Yes, internet leads are great for Zillow, but not much for the agent. Yes, I agree, Steve. Ricky, I know you've been in real estate for like 16 years. I was in a different market my first 4 years and did fairly well, calling expired for sale by owner, circle, etc. Now I'm in a new market. To be continued. Nice, Chad. Keep it going, man. Let's see. I lost where I was there for a second. So many people were putting their phone number in. Have I used Property Shark? No, I haven't used Property Shark. Richard, what's up? Richard says, I'll tell you, out of all the companies that I ever use, Redx stands alone and is the #1. They have the best information available. Let's see. What is your lead conversion strategy? Nikki says. I'll just explain that whole thing. Just watch this when it's over. What can I do to help you has been a game changer for me. Great stuff. Barbara, you did miss the lead conversion session, but yeah, it's going to be right here on this YouTube channel. It's going to stay here forever. Let's see. Chad. Let's see, where do I get the content for my emails? Go to ZeroToDiamond.com, take the free course. It's a lesson in the course. Let's see, picked up a buyer at Publix, just talking about the red tide, offering my services. How do you come up with content for the weekly email? Yes, real estate related, articles about the area. Go to ZeroToDiamond.com, it's there. Opinions on working at office versus home. I work in the office. I'm an office guy. I can't say enough about the production. The production level at the office is way far higher than at the house. There's too many distractions at home. Plus, I want to separate my home life and my office life. Let's see. Had a guy scream at me on the phone that he was on the do not call list, and every agent at KW called him. I asked if I could take him out to lunch or coffee. He totally changed his tune. See, there you go, guys. Jeanette has somebody who was mad. He's on the do not call list, was screaming. And then she said, hey, can I take you out to coffee or lunch? Boom, it changed his entire outlook. E4 Electric, I'd like to see you on the phone with someone that is ugly and threatening on the phone just to see how you handle it. Go and watch my videos. There's 4 videos of me making calls, and each one of them, there's somebody that's very ugly and cussing at me and stuff. Let's see. Looking for questions, and I'm going to call somebody. I'm going to call somebody in 3 minutes. If the customer says, yes, I do have an agent I'm thinking about using, what's my response is, okay, great. Who's the agent? I might know them. And then if they don't know who it is, I'm like, well, how do you not know your agent? If they do know the agent, I'm like, okay, great. Well, that's a good agent. You're in good hands. Look, if there's ever anything I can do for him, Ricky Crew, 3Max Orange Beach, have a good day. I'm going to move on. Let's see, move to a new area. How do I get the Remax brand out in the new community? Okay, Marla moved to a new area. How does she get the Remax brand out in new community? Marla, it's not about the Remax brand. It's about you. You got to get you out in the community and show them how much you care about them and want to help them. My client does not allow me to do open houses because of his valuables. How do you go about a seller like this? Okay, if your client doesn't want to do open houses, you just don't do open houses. I don't understand what I don't understand where the disconnect is there, Sandy. I had an internet referral that went from saying he's going to for sale by owner to having him taking me over for 30 minutes and then asked me to please come over and get back in town to list their home. Nice. Let's see. Let's see. If they unsubscribe, do you remove them from your database? If they unsubscribe, the unsubscribe removes them automatically out of my database. Okay, cool. Cool. So I'm going to answer, there's only a couple more questions. I'm going to answer that and get somebody on the phone. How often do I call through my sphere? Woo, not very much because my sphere is so big. But if you have a small sphere, try to do it once a year. If you call this once and then call it again, is there a way to filter those out that you already spoke with? Yes, Redx. You can filter out everybody. You know, there's a way to filter them, different categories, and then it'll filter them out. Then you can filter those people out when you call that list again. If I were in Chad's shoes, moving into a new market, would I just start circle prospecting daily? Yes, I would just start circle prospecting daily and calling expireds and for sale by owners and Sphere and everything. Stay busy talking to property owners. That's what you can do to help them and create your database and just get it. Oh, and guys, listen, please click like and comment if you can. If you can just click like, that's fine, on every single YouTube video so that YouTube will get it out there in the social media world to help new agents find me. This will help agents find me and help change their lives. So like and comment everything if you can. It just really, really helps YouTube algorithms push my content out there so we can help more people. Ray says, do I have time to look at your weekly email? Sure. Let's see. Chad, I love how straightforward you are. No BS kind of guy. Yes. How often do I call the same list of circle prospecting? Once. I call a circle prospecting list one time and that's it, forever. You can't call all the property owners ever, so why call the same people over and over again? They're not going to answer. Let's get a new list going. All right. Who am I going to call? 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 I'm going to call Jane from Century 21.
Century 21, this is Jane.
Jane, Ricky Caruth.
Hey, how are you?
How are you doing?
Doing well.
Good. So I don't want to make this like a super long, like tell me your story type thing. So let's just do something quick. Give me something like, what's your biggest challenge? What can I help you with?
Well, I'm kind of new to real estate. I've been in just over 2 years.
Okay.
I just found you online.
Yeah.
Probably 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Okay.
So I've been doing the Jumpstart and just been doing the circle prospecting and kind of following along with your program. Yeah.
Are you having trouble with anything? Is there anything in the world that I can do to help you?
I think my challenge right now is just getting some solid leads. I've been doing the circle prospecting. I've just started the constant contact campaign.
Mm-hmm. Are you using Redx to get the phone numbers?
No, I've not used that yet. I've just been calling the title company and getting the local phone numbers around a couple of listings that I've got right now.
Right.
I think I'm going to start.
Are you in Canada?
No, I'm in Phoenix.
Okay. You need to get Redx.
Yeah, I think I do because it's going to help me blow through phone numbers a lot quicker.
Yeah, Redx finds the numbers and then you use their dialer to call them. Like it's the greatest invention for real estate agents in the history of the world. You can have so many conversations with property owners that you couldn't have before this technology came along.
Okay, yeah, I've looked into it. I think I need to start. That's probably my next step. Now I've got the constant contact going.
Yeah. Just stay on the phone. Just stay on the phone and ask people what in the world you can do to help them, and use my phone script. Get them in your sphere, start getting them the weekly email, and then just continue building, and just grow that sphere, till it's just crazy.
Sounds good. Do you have any suggestions as far as more people opening the weekly emails? I've got probably a 12 to 14% open rate right now.
I think you need to have the same subject every week. Like I have Gulf Coast Market Report and the date. I think branding that subject, I think is big. because they know that subject. Are you using the same subject every time?
Yeah.
Okay, so just continue doing that, and they're going to start to notice your name. And as you're calling people and adding people to your list, they're like, your list is going to become more and more concentrated of people who want to open that report, because you're getting them through the circle prospecting and stuff. And so your open rate will pick up. You know, just continue doing it, be consistent, and just be patient, and just keep putting the work in. It'll get there.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. Awesome talking to you.
You too. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Awesome call there. Actually, guys, I'll do one more here. I'm going to answer a couple questions. We'll do one more call, and then we'll call it a day. Let's see. What about when you have a new listing in the same neighborhood? Do you call homeowners again? Yeah, call them again. Call them again. You have a listing in the neighborhood. Let's call them. Even if it's a neighborhood you just called, you got a listing, call them all again. Tell them I got a new listing. Call them to let you know. See if there's something I could do for you. Absolutely. David has Mojo triple dialer. Is Redx dialer better? It's the same. If you really look at it, and I've compared both, and they are identical. They're different functionality. Like, it takes a second if you switch to get the hang of Redx, but it's the same thing, right? There's not really there's a difference in how you use it and all the buttons you push and all that. But as far as dependability and how it operates, it's the same. I like it better. On Mojo, it seemed like there was like a pause sometimes. I haven't had that with Redx. Let's see. David, if he feels like Redx is better. Read somewhere that an emoji is in your subject line. It will help with your open rate. Yeah, an emoji in your subject line may help with your open rate. Try it out and let me know. Which Redx call list do you recommend first, GeoLeads or Expireds? I have to manually import. Should I circle back around to Expireds? I think I think I think Redx GeoLeads is probably what you should get if you're trying to like decide. But if it were me and I were brand new, I would want GeoLeads and Onyx Expireds. Don't get regular Expireds, get the Onyx Expireds. But if I could only do one, it would be GeoLeads, because you get 2,000 of them a month, whereas Expired, you're kind of limited to how many expired listings you have, unless you can go back and get the old Expireds. Either way it goes, you win. Can you track on Redx? Yeah, you can track everything on Redx. Yes, Nikki, there's a digital version of my book on Kindle or Audible if you want to listen to it, or paperback. Paperback, audio, Kindle. Sherry, Onyx Expireds is just a feature that Redx offers that's far better data, and it has email addresses and everything. It's really, really good. I want to make one more call, guys, and then we're going to call it a day. So let's see. I called a girl, and I'm going to call a guy. I'm going to call Daniel Capel. Daniel, get your question ready. I'm coming in.
Hello?
Daniel.
Yes.
It's Ricky Caruth.
Hey, Ricky, how you doing?
Good. How about you, my brother?
Good. I'm over here looking at you online. Yeah, enjoying it.
Cool, man. Well, I don't want to make this like a long, tell me your story and thing. Just tell me what I can do. Tell me what I can do to help you real quick.
Well, I'm just starting out with the GEO leads.
Yeah.
And I called about 27 today. I got it off of Redx, and it's working. A few people just hang up and say, "There's nothing you can do for me. Don't call."
Yeah.
Stuff like that, which I'm kind of used to.
Did you get any positive results?
Yeah, I got a couple of emails. I set up my constant contact. You answered my question this morning, so I got constant contact, a trial for 60 days. I got that today. So I'm gonna start inputting them into there.
Dude, you made 27 calls. You got 2 emails.
Yeah, I got 4.
4 emails off 27 calls.
Yeah, some of them wasn't that. Some of them didn't answer. So I'll say I spoke to about maybe 16 people.
Most agents. You talked to 16 people off 27 calls.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Anybody watching this right now that thinks Redx has bad numbers or this or that or whatever, this guy just made 27 calls and talked to 16 people and got 4 email addresses. You know what that means? That means 4 people like that he never talked to. Like he made them feel comfortable with him enough to give them their private information of an email address to stay in touch with them forever. Do you know how powerful that is? Each one of those person, dude, Daniel, listen, all 4 of those people are worth 10 to 20 deals to you each. You just did 40 to 80 deals today.
Wow.
Yeah, you just did 40 to 80 deals, right? Over the life of your career through those 4 people.
Wow.
Because they're going to use you in 2 years, right? And then they're going to refer their cousin to you, right? And then they're going to use you again to sell that property and buy another one. That's 4 transactions through repeat business and referrals, right? And then that cousin, they're going to buy another property and refer their sister to you. Now we're at 7. This is all going to happen over the next 5 years, right?
Right.
Dude, you just did like 40 to 80 deals over the life of your career today.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna call about at least another 75 today.
Where are you located, my man?
California. I'm with Keller Williams in Temecula, California.
Nice. What time is it over there?
It's 2:12.
Nice. Dude, that is killing it, bro.
Thank you. It's all of it's still in your speeches and everything that I look at every morning. Every morning I wake up and listen to them.
Golly, dude. Where'd you find me?
Online, just messing around online. I've been to Craig Proctor seminars. I've been to a lot.
And you landed on me, and where do I stack up with all the other coaches?
The low pressure. Tom Ferry and all of them, it's more pressurized, and people don't like that.
Yeah, they don't.
Your approach, it helped me to know how to get to people. Like you say, if they hang up or whatever they do, it's just move on to the next one. And I used to worry about, okay, I had one buyer at one time where I was going out with them. They taking calls 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night. This got kind of crazy, but the low approach, I think people like that much more. The low pressure approach, I should say. Yeah. They like that much better. And that's the type of person I am. I'm not one of them hard, pushy guys. Yeah. So, I did a lot of training with different people. And I only been doing it, I went full time in this January of this year. Yeah.
Dude, low pressure, you win more. Like you win bigger with low pressure.
Yes.
It's crazy. And dude, it's totally unlimited.
That's right.
It's 100%.
2,000 leads.
You can't do it all, man. You can't call every single owner. You cannot help every single person. That's why there's millions of agents.
Right. That's right.
Dude,
that's right.
Dude, you see, man, that's what I'm talking about. So is there like a specific thing you're having problems with, or you feel like you got it and you just need to just put in the work?
I think when I speak to people, I'm really fine with that. Starting conversations, engaging in conversations. I think where I need help at is once I really get to it, and that's why I joined Keller Williams, because once I get to the listing presentation, I do study how to do the CMAs and everything like that. But I think that's where I have my little problem at. I did an open house last weekend, and I had a couple, and I sent them over CMA. I did a quick CMA of the MLS, but they wasn't really responsive to it, So I got to work on a stronger follow-up, I believe.
So you need to work on what now? A listing presentation?
Like a listing presentation, yeah. And I need to tighten up on my CMAs too,
Your CMAs, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so, okay.
Look, man, listen. The listing presentation is all about you connecting with them, finding out why they want to sell, and then focusing on that.
Right. Finding out, why. Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it, dude. I don't even have a presentation.
Wow. Okay.
Dude, I did live training. I did a live training session just like this one on my listing presentation. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see that one.
Okay, it's on my YouTube channel. Just watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll help you because it's more about like you connecting with them because they're going to pick the agent that they like the best.
Right.
They're going to pick the agent they connect with, they feel comfortable with, they feel like it's going to work hard for them and get the job done, right?
Right.
And so if they get that personal connection with you deep and that you show them that you care about why they're wanting to sell, that's going to differentiate you against all the other agents.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that helps a lot.
And the CMA is whatever the CMA is, man. Just take some comps over there, and then just kind of look at their house and compare the comps to their house and come up with the price.
Right. I was looking at one thing, and it was saying you take your low, medium, and high, and depending on the upgrades and stuff in their house, you go towards the high end, or if it's not upgraded, stay in the middle or towards the low end. Is that correct?
Yeah, but what you need to do, man, is since now I kind of see what your problem is. Your problem is pricing properties, right?
Yes.
Okay. You need to practice pricing properties. You need to study the market, man. You need to know the market front and back.
Right.
You need to know days on the market. You need to know pending. You need to know active. You need to know everything, man. You need to be able to walk into a house and then look at the comps and be able to just spit it out.
Okay. What's the best place? Is the CRMLS, is that the best place to get that from? Or is there a better site? Because I would like to know where to look up. I would like to get up in the mornings, know where to look up what the rate is for the day, because some people say, oh, what's the rates on? What's the rates right now?
The interest rates?
Yeah.
Who is asking you what the interest rates are on a daily basis?
Not on a daily basis, but just, out
Yeah.
at Starbucks or Walmart
Yeah.
or something.
I don't have any I don't really pay attention to the rates on a daily basis and stuff, so I don't know about that, but I would study your MLS daily. Like when you get up and when you get to the office, pull up closed sales, new listings, pendings, watch the market like a hawk until you feel like you've got it. You know what I mean?
Right. And should I do that for the entire state or just the area that I work in?
Just the area you're working in, specific to your area and your market and where you're representing people.
Okay. So I put the zip code in and then I'll pull that up to see days on market, average home prices, and so forth, right?
Yeah. And look at specific sales, not just averages. Look at specific deals. Look at the pictures of the properties. Listen. You are wherever you're making these calls, you need to be a specialist in that neighborhood. Okay. So you need to pay real close attention to that neighborhood.
Okay.
You need to look at what's listed, what's closed, how many, you know, you need to really look at the pictures, pull it up on a map and see where it is in the subdivision. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yes. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do every morning. I'll do that. I'll get up early. Yeah.
Be a market specialist with whatever subdivision you're calling. Don't even worry about like the other neighborhoods. Just focus on that neighborhood one at a time as you're calling them.
Okay.
And then when you have a buyer that wants you to show them property, learn the rest of the market just by the natural, you know, going and showing a bunch of houses and start to learn the rest of the market naturally.
Right, with the buyers. Okay. Yeah, that helps. That helps a lot.
Cool, man. Well, dude, good talking to you, bro.
Yeah, same to you. Thank you very much, and I'll be coming to your whenever you have your speeches. I'll be there.
Okay, man. Hey, reach out anytime, bro.
Okay, I definitely will. All your information is on Zero to Diamond, right?
Yeah, everything's there.
Your contact?
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much for the call.
Yeah, man. See ya.
Okay.
Prime example of what Zero to Diamond is doing to help people. I'm so freaking excited about the direction of this. All right, I'm going to answer the rest of these questions and get on out of here, guys. Let's see. Onyx leads. Yeah, that's a feature on Redx for expireds. Onyx will include all the options for Redx. Also can't seem to tell the difference, and it doesn't show price. Let's see. Melissa, thank you so much for helping me in my business. I got 6 emails from 36 calls a day using GeoLeads, using Ricky's script. Yes. Let's see. 19 emails in the last 4 days for me. Boom. Let's see. If I'm already getting my expired data through Redx, I am getting the Onyx expired. No, not necessarily, Chad. I think it's a little bit of an upgrade to get the Onyx. Let's see, Sherry. I had so many people say, oh, Ricky's stuff won't work in California. I said, yes, it will. Here's proof. Yep. I've had people say it's not going to work in New York. People are up there crushing it. Let's see. Regular expires from Redx is still good, but they pay more for the other data, right? They pay more for Onyx, their self. It's better. Let's see. I'm a new agent and found you a few months ago. I actually didn't watch or read anything until I stumbled upon your live training last week, and it's the best training I've found, all about connecting. Brianna, nice to have you on board. New agent here, just joined ZTD last night. Tanner, nice to see you, bro. Sign up for constant contacts, creating my first weekly email. I'm planning to start making calls tomorrow. Thanks for all you do, Ricky. Thank you, Tanner. Guys, thank you so much. Going to get out of here. It's been a good hour and a half. I hope you learned something. I hope you got something going for lead conversion that's really going to help you moving forward. Don't put so much thought into it. Just go. Just create business. Just do stuff. Every question that you ask, most of the time, it doesn't matter how what answer it is. It's normally going to be right. You can go either way. And it's going to be fine either way. You're a winner either way. If you're if you're taking action, if you're moving forward, you're always going to win. Let's see. I want to go door knocking, but this fear is stopping me. What do you advise? Listen, man, if something scares you, that normally means it's something you need to do. Say to yourself 3, 2, 1, and just do it. If you don't do it, you're not going to succeed. If you do it, you're going to succeed. Give yourself a chance to succeed, right? You have to decide, do I want to succeed, or am I just not going to door knock and not make calls and not succeed? It's your choice. You can succeed or not succeed. It's your choice. If you're going to let fear hold you back, then that's the choice you made. If you're going to conquer your fear and move forward and bust through all those barriers and stages and get to the other side, I was scared when I first started making calls, scared to death. So why shouldn't you have to go through the same thing that I went through to get where I'm at? There's no reason. So with that, I'm going to leave it with you guys. Thank you so much. reach out if there's anything I can do for you. And have a good day tomorrow, Friday. Finish strong. And we'll talk to you guys soon.